Shree Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha. Sindhuraruna Vigraham Trinayanam Manikya Maulispurat Taranayaka Shekharam Smitamukhim Apinamakshoruham Panibhyam Alipurna Ratna Chashakam Raktotpalam Vibhratim Saumyam Ratna Ghadastha Rakta Charanam Dhyayet Param Ambika. Welcome to all for this session on Lalitopakhyanam. In the previous chapter, we have seen the Shakti army marched towards the heavily guarded Shunyanagara, and Kutilaksha was taking care of the safety arrangement of the city under the command of Bhandasura. And then he first sent Durmada with 10 Akshohini Sainya to cause a havoc on the Shakti army. He was faced by Sampathkari Devi, and Sampathkari Devi, after having a fierce battle with him, finally threw a arrow straight into the heart of Durmada, killing him. And then the remaining Daitya army ran back to Shunyanagara to tell the tale of the death of Durmada. And on hearing the death of Durmada, Bhandasura ordered Kutilaksha to send Kurunda with 20 Akshohinis. Now Kurunda with 20 Akshohini is fast approaching the Shakti army. Filled with wrath and sorrowing at the death of his brother commander Durmada, Kurunda, seated on a mighty horse, marched his 20 Akshohinis with great speed and stopped his armies right in front of Sampathkari Devi and her mighty elephant Kolahala. He gazed at her in wonder, and remembering how she had just slain his mighty brother Durmada, he addressed her thus: O murderers, be not proud that you have slain my brother Durmada. You shall soon taste the power of my arrows and weapons, and your beautiful body shall become unrecognizingly gory and ghastly. Lo, prepare to fight me. My Rakshasa women are waiting to drink your blood and that of your damsels. Come, you shall now pay for the loss of Durmada with your own life. So saying, Kurunda ordered his Dhanama host to surround the Shakti host without delay. Watching the new mode of warfare of Kurunda, Sampathkari Devi also retaliated in like manner. In the meanwhile, Ashvaruda Devi, watching a new war starting, approached Sampathkari Devi and smilingly addressed her thus with gentle and sweet words. Oh, sister Sampathkari, please listen to me. You have done well in slaying Durmada. Give me a chance now to deal with this Kurunda. I know you can yourself make short work of him. Nay, I do not doubt your might. I beseech you to give me a chance too, and I will punish him well for speaking such ill words to you. Sampathkari Devi smiled at Ashvaruda Devi and retreated with her elephants. Ashvaruda Devi then brought in her cavalry and her own Shaktis to meet a new foe. Her crores and crores of horses galloped with the speed of wind and filled the battlefield with their mighty neighing and raised dust storms with their fast moving hooves. Ashwaruda Devi's cavalry displayed lightning like tactics against the Danava horse, who could not act or react so alertly, and hence became confused and scattered hither and thither. Kurunda, however, brought them back again with renewed energy. Seeing this, Ashvaruda Devi, mounted on her mighty horse, Aparajitha, approached Kurunda with all her great beauty of form, while excellent charms emanated from her exquisite presence and her bewitching face. Smiling still, she wielded her Manikarmuka and covered up Kurunda with showers of arrow. Undaunted, the mighty Kurunda, who was famed for his Mayavic powers and whose arrows had been invincible in former battles, now rose to the occasion. He in turn covered up Ashvaruda Devi with showers of his invincible arrows with the in arrows without giving her time even to breathe. Clearing herself like lightning from the maze of Kurunda's arrows, she turned her attention to the many hosts of Kurunda and twanged her wondrous bow. At that, every one of the Danavas fell into swoon. As they came to, she let fly her magic nose into the firmament. Then, lo, crores and crores of noses fell from firmament, bound up the hosts of Danavas. Seeing this wondrous act of Ashvaruda Devi, the Asura chief Kurunda used his Mayavic power and cut the string of her bow in a trice. Instantly throwing aside the stringless bow, she wielded her good Angkusha with might and in great wrath threw it at the Dhanava, aiming at his face, which it struck almost instantaneously. Kurunda fell with thud to the earth, and his face was broken and bleeding. Yelling hideously, he gave up his ghost. Immediately, Bhutagana surrounded the field and began devouring the Dhanavas who had been already bound tied by nooses. Those who had escaped being bound by the mysterious nooses had been devoured by the Bhutaganas. Fearing this second disaster at the hand of a mere woman, Bandasura cursed and hissed like a mighty snake. On hearing Hayagriva relate these details, Agastya thanked him and requested him to continue his very interesting and attention arresting narrative. Thus, in this part of the story, initially Kurunda went out to face Sampathkari Devi, who was sitting on her mighty elephant Kolahala, while at the same time Ashvaruda Devi came from the other side, requesting permission from Sampathkari Devi to fight against Kurunda, who was also sitting on a mighty horse. So Ashvaruda Devi mounted her horse Aparajitha, and her cavalry had a great battle with the Kurunda's army of Danavas. And then, while Kurunda and Ashvaruda Devi were having a fierce Mayavic war, at one point Kurunda even cut off the string of the bow carried by Ashvaruda Devi, who then took to a another Angkusha and threw it at the face of Kurunda, which broke Kurunda's face, and he started bleeding, and finally he gave up his body and thus brought an end to the Kurunda's life. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puramasini, Swamaham Prarthage Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.